I'm live. Having issues though. I can't figure out where to. Since this is Tech Talk, which is a little higher end wine from a glass. Ooh, nice. Alrighty. Guess I'm gonna have to wait. Just as I said I was gonna have to wait. Dylan's Outdoors shows up. It's not even showing me anybody in here. It's playing the delay game on me, I guess. Oh, I got a like, and I have 0 people in here. Except Dylan's Outdoors. Well, guys, I'm feeling really crowded. I have so much crap around me right now. I got I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 cameras sitting around me. I have my drone, but that's always over there. Plus, I have all kinds of. I have lenses. I have batteries. I have just all kinds of fun dollars worth of tech stuff sitting around me right now. And I know it's not a normal night for me to show up on the live streams. I I, I probably should have done it on a Tuesday, but Tuesday's for other things. And I know there's probably some other people on live at the moment. Why? I said I'm going kind of high tech. Dylan, are you even still? Oh, sorry, I said Dylan. Braden's Outdoors. I can't read. Maybe I did say Braden's Outdoors. Or maybe that's why you're not here anymore because I mispronounced your channel. Oh, Cole's in here. Oh, now it's finally telling me. I don't know. Braden's Outdoors showed up in here. It is Braden's, yeah. He showed up with a comment and a like, and then he disappeared. So I don't know why. I kind of have the button on a little bit before I went live. Nero, what's up, Nero? Yeah, I think Dylan actually came on before I was actually live. So I realized when it says go live, before I even hit the button, it sort of sends out. I guess it sends out the messages and stuff. So I've had people on here before, like instantaneously when I go and I'm like, I haven't even hit the live yet. How do they even know I'm here? But things you learn. I said we're probably just gonna have to. Probably hang out for a while. Oh, really? How'd it go? I need to go back there. I need to go back there and fish it. I guess I can, yeah, check your blog to get my fishing report. Unless you didn't catch anything, then maybe not. But yeah, I said I'm just. I got so much stuff around me right now. I don't even. Well, most of my stuff's more inexpensive, but I still got like $100 around. Standard. Jigs work good in there. Well, at least you caught something. Yeah, I've caught a lot of them in there on the magic jig. Green pumpkin June bug. That's my that's the one I usually throw in there is uh, green pumpkin June bug. Wow. Well, that's good. I'm still trying to sell off my boat. Oh, nice. Black and blue with green pumpkin. I should go black and blue, black and blue. Yeah, I said, it's funny, my boat, like 2 years ago when I brought it to the house, everyone was asking me for it. Will it fit 3 people? Like, blah, 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 because I mentioned I might sell it. Now they put up to sell. It's like, nobody's responding. I guess this time of year, I brought it home in December. A lot of people just put black and put green pumpkin on anything. It works. It's a standard. If you don't have anything else, you can just stick green pumpkin on it. It usually works. Well, it worked for one fish. Just kidding. Man, I'm like so ready to talk about tech. I haven't really gone over it. Yeah, I think it's only on the weekend. I think it's like only Friday, Saturday, Sunday or something. Oh yeah, I said you can throw green pumpkin on anything. It works. I see it all the time on when you read what pros use in tournaments. All different kind of jigging it, and so it's this green pumpkin trailer, green pumpkin trailer. Oh God, that sucks. They have a phone number. You should have called them first. I think I mentioned it on my lives before that they only do them on certain days. Pretty sure I have. Okay, how come nobody's coming on here? I promoted this thing. Yeah, I think it's only Friday, Saturday. It's only Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Or it might even only be Friday, Saturday. Yeah, come on, guys. I was on. I promoted this on 2 different lives, and I promoted it in my post. But I usually have very casual, come on people here. Plus, the live streams are so busy these days. They didn't used to be, but it's like every day of the week. It's like every, I don't know. It's like every day of the week and every moment somebody's on. Oh, is I'm going to talk about all different kinds of tech stuff. Not just cameras, but batteries, microphone ideas, power options, pretty much all the stuff I use. I mean, I've been doing videos since 1986, so a lot of the stuff you can get more. I don't know, with all the as far as power, you have all those like instantaneous ones, but I have some dry cell ideas. I have some I don't know, just all kinds of cool stuff that um, you can use to create content that's not especially with cameras, and not that's not just a GoPro. There's a lot more options these days. Plus audio options. I mean, I even have a lot of people ask me about tripods, which I don't even really think about. But I have had a lot of people ask me if I know any good quality tripods. I mean, the one this thing's on right here, I've had this tripod since 2002. It was the first one I bought when I had my show on cable access. And I think it still has pieces of pieces of algae and stuff on it from that time period. All stuck to it. Pieces of moss and stuff are still stuck on this tripod. But it's a good one. It's Sunpack. I think. Yeah. Hey, JCT. Somebody came in from somewhere else. That's good. I said, I don't know how many people are live right now. Oh, Andre. I said, not much. Just sitting here with, I'm sitting here with 10 cameras around me. 10, 11 different cameras sitting around me. All kinds of like microphone stuff and extra phones and batteries and tripods. And I don't know. I just kind of wanted to surround myself with, I mean, even my drone's always over there though. Drones are pretty easy these days. Mine's an old school that carries my GoPro. It's huge. That's why I often don't fly very much because it's just a pain in the ass. It's too big, and the rangers hear it and see it, and always come yell at me and say I can't fly it. Got to get a little Maverick Air eventually, something incognito. Yeah, mine's the same size as the Phantom. Same size as the Phantom. It's they don't even make it anymore. It's a chrome. Yeah, mine's a it's a Blade Chroma. They actually discontinued them. But yeah, it's old school. It's got the gimbal that holds the GoPro. Yeah, it works great. But I don't know. I crashed it once, and now the gimbal kind of it still keeps it steady, but it starts going sideways. I live in Marina. Um, oh, you live in Marina too? I didn't know that. Uh, the one I fish is the one in San Jose, Guadalupe River. I've done a couple shows because most of them are closed right now, like Salinas River, Pajaro River. I think even the creeks and stuff that come out of the back of where you can go to Guadalupe. That's the one that kind of runs by Bass Pro Shops. It's open now, but they all you have to watch it because they have seasons. Either they're open right now or they're closed right Yeah, they're only open December. They're either December through March or November through April. Yeah, I'm not sure about the ones that come out of Uvis and Chesbro. I don't know if they're fishable anyway, but I think they have. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I've asked the Rangers. I asked the Rangers when I was there. He had to look it up because he didn't even know about, like, because I know when you head to Uvis, you go over that spot. Well, it usually dries up. It dried up last year, but it's got water in it now. But when you get off of San Martin, you drive over Chesbro Creek, actually. But I think it follows the Salinas River now, so I think it's close. I think it's December through March. And obviously, Coyote Creek, if you can fish parts of that, it's open right now. November through April through November, because that's where I fish when I go to Coyote Creek Lakes. That's the whole creek. Yeah, Chesbro's cool, and they keep it a lot fuller than they keep it a lot fuller than Uvis. Uvis they drain. Uh, say trout. Well, there's not. Well, there's some native trout in there, but not very many. I don't know of any good smallmouth around here, unless you go up to like Del Valle, which is like a couple hours away. Uh, Lexington has Lexington has spots though. I found that out last year. That's all I've caught in there is spotted bass. It's got a pretty good population of like 1.5, 2 pounder. Yeah, if you go to Lexington, it's you catch mostly smallmouth. Actually, Right to Bear, who comes on here a lot, and he's been in my video. He caught a smallie out of Almaden. There are smallies in Almaden, right there down Almaden Lake, down from Bass Pro Shop. Hey, LBB made it. Yeah, you can catch them in there, but it's very rare. But I think Right to Bear's thumbnail is the smallmouth he caught out of Almaden. I've never caught one. I've caught a lot of good largemouth in there, but never caught a smallie. But yeah, they do exist in there. I think Del Valle, or if you go down to San Antonio, although it's 2 hours south, uh, that has a lot of good smallies, big smallies, up to like 4 pounds are in there. It's a bit of a drive, but those are the only places I know that have any smallies. And like I said, I didn't even know Lexington actually had spots until I caught a couple and said, "These," all right, and I felt the tongue and felt the patch of teeth. Hey, wasabi. Yeah, I've caught a lot of. I got second place in the tournament on all smallies out there. They're all. I got 13 pounds, 13 almost 14 pounds of smallies. There's a lot of good 2.5, 2 3/4 pound smallies in San Antonio, and there's threes and fours in there too. It's probably the best smallie around here, unless you go north up to like Del Valle and Don Pedro and those sort of lakes or McClure. I think it's the best coastal smallmouth because most of those lakes are inland. Oh, so I'm just wondering how many. I want to start talking some tech. Are you guys? Are most of you guys? Well, I've gone over a lot of my cameras before, but I know almost everybody wants to have like a GoPro. There's There's a lot of really good cameras that are affordable out there now that shoot just as well. And I like $100 down to $50, and a lot of them now are actually up to 4K. Los Padres Dam. Is that the one in Carmel Valley? Sounds like the one in Carmel Valley, but no, I've never fished it. Yeah, Carmel Valley. Yeah, no. No, I've never been out there to it. I've been to Arroyo Seco. I fished the Arroyo Seco River. Caught some of those, I don't know, they're like a sucker. They look like a carp, but I think they're in the sucker family. Caught those in the Arroyo Seco, and I fished the lakes at Arroyo Seco. There's two natural lakes there at the campgrounds, but and they might have dried up. I don't know. One of them was leaking, and I think they might have been. It might have went dry during the drought, but there's actually two at Arroyo Seco. I've fished those before. Those are some cool lakes. They're pretty small, little ponds. There were some good fish in them. I catch them on top water, drop shots and stuff. Oh. So anybody want to know about some of this stuff? They got all kinds of stuff sitting. Well, you guys have seen this one. This one, evidently, they stopped making these. I don't know if you guys remember these. That's Sony. Sony Vegas movie studio. I also have Pinnacle, but that's Sony movie studio. That's one I use mostly. I got the package, so it's got a lot of hit film packages in it for filters. It's got a really cool music creation one. Yeah, I have the music one, but I don't have it on this. I have Acid on here. I used to have Vegas, the actual $1,000 Pro one. So I have Acid on here and I have SoundForge on this one. But this one came with a package for a cool music creation. You can actually pay to get music through it too to edit with. But it comes with its own really cool. You can put in beats and vocals and all that, and then you can pick whether it has a bridge or a knot and all that. You can hit it, and it'll take everything you put in and turn it into a song, which is kind of cool. I just discovered it did that. I had to make my own, so I was playing with the beats and started doing stuff. And then I realized, I'm like, what's this create song button? And so I hit it, and it took everything I had in there and turned it into a song. So I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool. I'll have to play with this more at some point. But I didn't put it on this computer. I put it on my other computer because it has to be online. It has like online stuff you can update and add to it. And well, that's another thing too, guys. Editing. I don't know. I'm a fan of offline editing units. All the computers I have always edited with and that aren't connected to the computer. I mean, to the internet. They're standalone. Kind of makes it a bitch to put them on it because they always want you to go to the internet and register them in that. But there's still luckily ways around it. But that way you don't have to worry about running antivirus software on it or worry about any sort of virus or anything on it. Because you want it, when you're doing editing, you want it stripped down. Like this thing only has a few programs on it. It has Photoshop, has Vegas, Do have an older version of Pinnacle on it. What else does it have on it? It said Acid Soundforge. But I kind of went back and uh, uninstalled all the crap that comes on it, all the other like update and just I don't know all the other crap that usually comes on these computers when you buy them. So you can dump all that stuff. You don't need to keep it on there. I mean, you want it to run as efficiently as you can and render as quick as it can. So if you keep it stripped down with less programs than that, your computer will run a lot better. Unless you have like a really high-end gaming computer. When you get one of these just normal, this is a normal ASR. I mean, it's 3 gigahertz. It's a pretty good sized computer. But what you do is just strip everything off it. Just take it down to the bare bones and just put on your editing and software and your basic stuff. What was saying? Had you guys seen these? Do you guys know about these Ion? I said I'm pretty sure I did a review on this a while ago, but I'm pretty sure they're gone now. I mean, I bought this one for $50. It's just 1080. It's full HD, but they up until they went under, they had these all the way up to 4K and everything else. They used to run FLW ran all these on their boats and everything. Was the Ion. But as you can see, it's just a freaking it's aluminum frame. It's pretty darn sturdy. You take this little back thing out. It has Wi-Fi. There's one of these in here. You put on Wi-Fi. Yeah, you just pop the back off, and you can set it, and you can plug it into the computer, and you can get in and set it to. I think the 720, 30, 720, 60, and I think it's just 1080 or yeah, 1080 at 30. I said I got this thing for like $40 or something like that. But they have the same thing that's on all the way up to 4K and everything. I said it has no mod or anything. It's completely waterproof down to I think like 30, 40 feet. And what's really cool about what I like about it is all you have to do is do this. Did you hear that? And the light's on. It's recording. You never have to actually turn it on. You could just leave it sitting and then you just do like it's recording. Well, it's recording me right now, but it's recording the ceiling. And then you slide it back and you get 2 vibrations and it goes to green. It's really weird because it goes to green and it'll sit and then in 5 minutes it'll turn off on its own. So it's really good as a backup camera on the back. The audio's I mean it's all right, but I usually use the audio from my other camera on it. Blake said you can get these things and they're impact resistant. I mean, this thing's like it's good, heavy. And it's 180-degree lens on there. I said I don't know. I think they kind of went under just because. Hey Ken. Yeah, I think they pretty much went under because they don't have a viewer. They're just a cylinder. But I said you can get them. Like it's on right now, and I'm just gonna leave it in there. I said it's still on, and I'm just gonna leave it in there. It actually has an on-off button. If I hold that, it should. Yeah, see, it doesn't have sound; it just vibrates, and it has a 2.5-hour internal battery. But like I said, it's really good for like back of a boat. It's the one I use when I call it the Jeff cam and the whatever cam. And I like it because you can just leave it. You're not wasting battery. It's off. And you just slide it forward, film for a minute or whatever, slide it back, turns off. And the thing's lasted me for all day long. I mean, oh, it does have the dimensions on here on the back. Yeah, it's just this is a very simple one. But like I said, they're out of production now, but you can still find them online. And they have the same thing too. That's actually 4K and lots of different settings. But completely, like I say, completely waterproof. It's like such a great camera. I've told people about it forever, but it works. It's really good. And then there's this one, which is one that's in the thumbnail. See, it's at 2K, it's 1080/60. It does shoot. Yeah, 1080 and 2K at 60 frames a second. Plus, it does 4K, but I don't think it only does 4K at 24 frames a second. Plus, it does 720. I think at 120. But like I said, it has the slow mo, 240 frame a second slow mo. You guys see this is the one I use for my dramatic slow mos. Yeah, it's 1440. 1440 at 30, so it's actually 2K. But this thing comes with everything, guys. And this thing was like $89. But it comes with just like the GoPro. It's got its own housing, just like it. And then, well, I don't know, I'm not going to take that side out, but it's got like 50 freaking. Can I take this out? Look how this opens. It's got all kinds of attachments. It's like got more attachments than the GoPro. I mean, all different kinds of attachments, the adhesive, the helmet mount, the whatever mount. It's just get up. This is the Get 2. But they also have the Get. Yeah, but it has to get. I mean, like I said, the housing. I mean, exactly the same as a GoPro. It actually fits a GoPro mount too. But yeah, it has this mount and that. Same depth, same everything. And this whole thing was $89. I mean, it's probably less now, but yeah, it's the Get 2. I got it through B&H, pretty sure. Yeah, I got it through and it's got Wi-Fi. And like I said, so does the other one. The old Ions, they have Wi-Fi. Oh. And then there's this one. So that's this one. It's actually a little bit bigger. I mean, same dimension, but it's thicker than a actual GoPro. And this is the DB Power. This is like the original one. They now have them up to 4K. This one's just 1080. I think it's 1080 at 60. And it has time lapse. It has not night vision, but where you can set it a motion. It's got the stabilization. Oh, yeah, this one too. To get up, it has the gyro stabilization and all that other stuff if you want to have it. I mean, it actually has a lot more options for settings than a freaking GoPro. Like, it has like 3 pages of options for setting all kinds of stuff in it. And this runs on the same chip as the GoPros up to the Hero 4 or the Hero 5. I think after the 5 they changed the chip in the GoPros to a different. I said this one was only $89. I said I think I got this one for $40. I said they discontinued them, but they have these up to 4K now. These Ions. And the thing is, it just doesn't have the viewer, but it's totally waterproof, everything. And this one was also Hey, Braden, you came back. I saw you were here in the beginning and then you disappeared. I don't know if you came on before it was actually live or not, but I saw you show up. Yeah, and then this thing right here, Wasabi, this thing's $40. If I had it the right way. Yeah, it's $40. Yeah, I saw that. And I said it's 1080. This one is, but they have newer versions of it that are 2K and 4K. And again, let me open this thing up. Some of the stuff's not in here because I actually had this mount. I mount this on my dash. But look at this. I mean, Jesus. It comes with all the adhesive, the wires, all kinds of mounts, just like if you get the kit for the GoPro in there. I mean, it's got the handlebar mount, it's got all kinds of mounts. It's even comes, for cleaning the lens. I lost everything here. Damn it. Oh well. I'll get that one later. I tried to get my foot and it went that way. But the other cool thing is, look, it comes with its own waterproof housing too. And it's waterproof down to like 100 feet or whatever. And it was like $40. I think you can only get them online. Hey, Valley of the Sun. Yeah, I said it's inexpensive, guys. And very good. Like I said, I use that one. I actually use this one. I actually have it. You guys have seen it in my car. When I'm filming in my car, this is mounted on the dash, the thing that holds this. I use it to film myself when I'm in the car and want to talk to a camera, or I turn around to use it for time lapses when I'm traveling. And it's cool too, because it's like rubbery around the edges. It's got like that soft grip around it. But yeah, it's a great little freaking camera, guys. And I said it's got people talk about that it's kind of hard to figure out how to do it. Yeah, what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying is this is a DB Power. Yeah, I have one. It's right here. I'm old school and further back, but this is a GoPro Hero 4. Well, I'm just trying to tell people that there's a lot better. There's a lot of options that are a lot cheaper that are actually really good cameras now. And this is the one DB Power. This is the DB Power. It comes with 2 batteries. Doesn't come with a charger. You have to charge in it. But it has all the same. I don't know. For $40, come on. $40 at 1080. And I think the newer ones are about that price for it. But see, that's it. They actually sell directly online. I don't think they actually sell through stores and stuff. It's actually through their whole thing. And it has the Wi-Fi, so you can remote watch it. All these have Wi-Fi. The Get Up has Wi-Fi. The old Ion has Wi-Fi. This one for $40 has Wi-Fi. Yeah, I said they're great. But see, I also have an old school one, and nobody uses them anymore. But they're really good for. I film them for. That's the one I use for my tips and tricks and my biology bites. But it's really good for like the back of a boat. I know everybody uses a GoPro for the back of the boat, something that's got like such a wide angle, which is kind of cool, but still, it's like 20 feet from you, or like 10 feet from you when you're on a bigger boat. But I have actually an actual camcorder. And they have a lot of these new camcorders now too. Obviously, this is a Canon, but the Sony's in that, and they come in. Some of them you can get this size, and I don't know, 4K, 2K, or even just full 1080. And a lot of them have remotes and stuff, so you can have them in the back of the boat, and you just turn. I had it on mine when I filmed with this thing, not this one. I think it was my other two, because this is full HD. And see, they have just this cool. That's why I get the Canon. They actually have a mic output. They kind of took this off all like cameras like this, unless you go to prosumer, which costs a lot. I bought this because Canon was the only one that was still offering an actual mic output on their cameras. I'm like, what the heck? Those used to be on everything. Why is Canon the only one offering a mic output? But yeah, I usually film, and this thing has 48 times zoom, guys. I mean, 48 times zoom. I like the mic. Yeah, well, I'm going to get to that too in a bit. Some other options for phones out there for you guys too that I didn't really think about, but it was a guy at Best Buy that clued me into it. But yeah, I don't know why nobody uses actual freaking camcorders anymore. I mean, I use this because I can hook up my wireless mic system. But you can plug in, like I said, it's got that plug there. You can plug in a boom mic on top of it, all that other stuff that everybody uses on their GoPros and that. But, you know, when you're further away, I mean, you got your chesty on, which is the wide angle, and then everyone has that GoPro like so far away from them that, you know, they're like this tall in the frame. They're like, because it's 180 degree. I'm like, you get something like this and have it much more close up. Yeah, I still don't. I have one. Oh, well, I have one, but I have it set up for the Get Up, not the GoPro. But yeah, I don't. And this was like $200. I think you can get it for about that price. But I don't know if you ever need it for, you know, a camera from behind you or further away. I think it's so much better option so much better option of a back camera than a GoPro. I mean, I just think it's nonsense to have a GoPro so far away from you. I mean, that they're designed for, you know, close up. Or some people, I mean, have them on their windshield on a boat, so they're not that far. But I just think it's hilarious when they have it like in their light plug on the back of their boat and they're on the front deck and they're like this tall because it's 180 degree freaking view from that thing. But yeah, I said that's something that, and it's, I don't know. I guess nobody uses them anymore. But I think they're a great option for. And like I said, with 48 times zoom, sometimes if you're like at a pond and you're on one side and your friend's on the other and he catches something, if you have one of these sitting on a tripod, you can like zoom in on them. So, and get a really good shot from them from like 40, 50, 60 yards away instead of having them in such a wide angle on that. But yeah, I said I don't. And this one's got a 32 gig internal hard drive plus the card slot, and it's full size. I don't even have a card in here right now, but they take full size. Yeah. Yeah, if they have a fish and you're 40 yards away with a GoPro, the fish is like, you can't even see it. But, well, and then, well, I can't really promote these. Anyway, these are the ones I use in my hack camera because they're out of production and I have one more brand new one and I own 5 of them because I just like their audio in that. It's a lot cleaner without the kind of tinny hiss in that a lot of the GoPro style cameras have. and so I'm sort of gonna keep using that until they all break. I've already had two of them. I have two in here that sort of freaking crapped out on me. They say their sensors go out after a while. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the only problem with this, what I mean, you can buy more batteries for it, but the battery will last about 45 minutes, which yeah, about the same as a GoPro or something. But I think the other ones I had, not the HD, but I had some standard ones when I first started with it, and those batteries lasted for about 2.5 hours, 3 hours. So yeah, but you can plug it in externally, so it's not really an issue anymore because there's so many of those 10,000 amp, 12,000 amp, um, battery chargers and everything that you can plug into those now. It doesn't really matter. But speaking of those, see, here's another thing I have that everybody gets those, those little ones for their phones and that to charge them. And I guess you can charge your GoPros and stuff off them or have them attached. But these are a really good thing to have, guys. This is a little 12-volt dry cell battery, obviously by Vaskar. And it's got a cigarette lighter plug in it. But you can use this to charge all those things. You can use it to charge all your batteries. You can charge your GoPro batteries. You can charge all your other batteries off of these cool little dry cell batteries. And it has a little strap on it, everything. I mean, if you have a boat, but you don't have a, bass boat or whatever, you just have a aluminum boat and you have it in there. Yeah, you might have your, little charger, but say you get to the lake and you forgot to charge them. And you're like, oh, wait, while I'm here, while I'm using the one or whatever, I can charge it on this. These are pretty heavy, guys. This is dry cell, but this thing weighs about 10 pounds. Well, not 10, about 6 pounds. And this is like the smallest one they have. They have them like twice the size, but they come in the whole package. They come with a strap. Like I said, they all come with the cigarette lighter. They're even fused, which is a good thing just in case anything happens. You definitely want to have a fuse on there so it blows a fuse before it burns out all of your electronics or whatever you have on there. But yeah, guys, that's something I don't know. I've had this thing. Need to get a new one. It's not holding the charge as much. I've had this thing since I think 2003 or 4. But they still produce them. I said Vaskar's still around. Company. They produce good stuff. We got a little dry cell freaking battery to charge your other batteries when you're on the go. Or just keeping the car just in case. Because even the little 10 million, like 12,000 amp and milliamp and all those that they have, this thing's like 5 times size. 5 times that. I don't know. This thing is. Hello! Sabine. Is it Sabine or Sabine? Anyway, Caribbean Queen. How you doing? Welcome to Tech Talk. The moment we're on batteries, but not your usual batteries that everybody gets. This is actually a really cool 12-volt dry cell battery with the cigarette lighter plug. See, the thing is, what I do with it, and this is something else that's really cool, is having one of these. I don't know if you guys know what this is. Does it say on there? Oh, yeah. Inverter. I have this AC power. That's an inverter. It's on this it's got the cigarette lighter. I actually use this and plug it into the cigarette lighter in my car. I know most new modern cars have have USB ports, but they all still have a cigarette lighter. So you can actually plug this into it. And then you can plug everything you have that's an AC into here. And then you can charge everything while you're driving in your car and that. Or you can get these little You know, these things. Your little AC with the USB out. You can plug that in there, and then you can charge everything from your car. And that way you don't have to get, because that thing, your car has a cigarette. I mean, to buy, your phones don't come with it. I mean, they come with the wall one. So if you had to go out and like buy a cigarette one, or even they now have cigarette ones that plug in, have the USB in it. But with this thing, I can plug it into that right here. And when I'm out, I have that plugged in, and I can plug in anything that's AC. I mean, if I forget to shave, I can plug in my razor. If I want to make margaritas, I can plug a blender into it. I've plugged like TVs into it. Plug your computer into it. Anything that requires an AC, you can just plug into this. So you can have that in there or have it in your car. Don't have to get different adapters or anything else. It's sweet. I mean, I don't know. I said this one's 70 watt. I actually don't know how many amps it is. But that's another thing that'd be really. You get the dry cell, you get this. I actually used it. The power went out here during a storm, so I actually plugged in my light in my room, so I was able to have light. I could have actually plugged my computer into this and ran my computer off it when the power was out, because they don't draw much power. But yeah, it's a really cool thing, guys. More people should have these inverters. Inverters. Another thing too, and these are really cheap, guys. I don't know why I put these on, and I've been putting these on YouTube for a while now, and everyone's like so amazed. They're like, "Oh my god, dude, I gotta get one of those cameras. I gotta get one of those cameras." This is a 360 camera, the virtual reality. This is a 2K version. Obviously Insta Air, and yeah, it's really easy. One fish, no fish. To what? Clear Lake hogs? Oh, really? Going up to Clear Lake? Yeah, they're biting pretty good. Yeah, but guys, this thing's really. I mean, it comes this really space age kind of container for it. I got the C type. They come in the C, and I think they come with the USB Mini or the one for the um, Apples. This is an Android connection on this one, the C type. But yeah, everyone's always like kind of tripping out, saying, "Oh my god, where'd you get that? I gotta get one of those 3 key cameras. That's so." They have this one that plays on your phone, but the Insta actually has ones that are on their own, and I think it's now Rico has like a standalone 360. I mean, they're limited as far as I said I want to start using this one on the boat when I'm filming shows and just hook it up and let it run live so people can look around while we're doing the show. But it's neat for showing, space and like, everyone's like thinks it's like the Google Maps when I walk around lakes showing it so they can look around. And it's 2K, and I mean it fits to any Android. But that's another cool thing and I can actually put all this footage into this Vegas, and I could edit it in VR, um, and render it. And I said I could do a bunch of VR clips, edit them together, put music over it or whatever, and then render it out and put it on YouTube. Oh, for Clear Lake? Yeah, probably. That's what I hear. But I mean, catch my name, Clear Lake. It's enough area to travel. Ugh. All right, covered that. Covered that. And all right, well, let's go to these. See, these are the things that I use on my phone when I'm live and I'm fishing. And it like I don't know why it confuses people. And this is a really good brand. They're expensive. that I never use. Yeah, but they still film fine. I said I have the Hero 4. I mean, it's right here. I use that one on my drone mostly. I've shot some other stuff with it, but yeah. But see, these things, everyone's like always confused, which I don't like. Like when I see people like come up, or the first time they get on my live when I'm fishing, and they're like, "Oh my God, what camera is that?" Because they see the wide angle lens, which they don't usually see on a phone. And I'm all, it's just a clip on lens. They've been around forever. But these are really cool because you can see it has that. It's got that wide, and it actually fit better because see the back side of it here. This thing, not only is it very sticky kind of rubber, but it bends, so it just sticks to the phone any way you want it. I said I run it on the back side. It's supposed to go on the front side, but I've never put it on the front side of mine. But mine has like that bigger 2 camera one, so I don't think it would actually work. But it works on the back side of this to put it on there. But yeah, I like, but a lot of them are cheap. A lot of them the lenses aren't that good. These Kenko ones are really good. I think they're like $30, 25, $30 just for this. But it's I bought the cheap like 9.99 ones at Walmart and that, and they wouldn't even fit. It was kind of distorted. It just, yeah, the Kenko ones. These are good. Like I said, this is 165, which is kind of just below fisheye. Yeah, you can see it's super wide, 165. They also have a fisheye one, and they have this is the one I use on my hat cam, the 120. And like I said, it opens up enough that it actually fits on this thing, which is pretty much a lot thicker than a phone. Probably about as thick as a phone. Well, no, all phones are actually thinner than this now. But yeah, it actually fits on this thing. That's why I got it, because it has that bend to it. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's what I said. It's something that I think most people don't really think about. Because I said, either the people that when I walk up to them and they look at it, or they see it from the other end of their first reaction when I get on when I'm fit, because I don't use it here. I mean, there's no need for you to see the whole room when I'm here. But yeah, if you they come on and they're like, "Oh my God, like, how are you getting that angle on that phone?" And I'm like, "Well, they make clip-on phones. I mean, come on, you just got to buy the good ones so they actually fit." And I have one more thing here that I'm really confused about this next one, guys. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know why. Yeah, and I noticed who was it? I think it was Lady Bass and some of the other ones. I saw her hooking up her camera one time, and she was using a Hero 4. I mean, just because they're not waterproof, they still freaking film really well. And yeah, sure, they don't have voice activated, but and you can get them cheaper now, can't you? Or are they still holding their value? Are they still like $300 and $400, or do they make those anymore? I'm sure they're still around. They're not producing a 3 and 4 anymore, are they? But like I said, I'm pretty sure they're still out there for people. Okay, but see, like I said, here's the thing that this is the thing I don't understand, because I see a lot of, and I did this right away back in 2003 when I first created my fishing show. Obviously 2003 before YouTube, when I had a cable access. But The very first thing I got for my Canon camcorders was a wireless mic. I don't I don't know why people don't have wireless mics. I mean, they have their mic on their GoPro that's, like I said, 10 feet or more from them when they have it on the back of the boat, or even when they have it on the windshield. But when they're turned away from it, you can't hear it because they don't. I don't know. I didn't do it on here, but I did do one on my Patreon, because a lot of my Patreon videos that I put on for the people that subscribe to my Patreon for, like, as little as $1 a month, or $5 or $10. But I have a lot of editorial and stuff about editing and camera tricks and editing tricks and all that. But yeah, the thing I mean, it would be so much easier to have your GoPro in the back and have a wireless mic set up. I mean, it's so easy to do. I mean, that's what these are right here. Oh, you brought your GoPro, yeah. But yeah, I mean, how come nobody uses these? I mean, these things have been around forever. This is Audio Technica. They have 2 channels. They're analog. Their distance when you're filming is about 300 feet, 400 feet. So if you're on a boat, they're only like 20, 21 foot. But the audio is perfect. The audio is clear. If you're turned away from it, wherever you turn, the audio is just like perfect. And you could hook these up to a GoPro. Same way you hook up a GoPro to a mic. It's the same way you could hook it up to this. You go out of the plug and you just put the stereo jack right here where it says mic input. And then you have this on your body and you have the little lapel mic on you. It's like not rocket science, but it's much better audio than buying an external boom mic for a camera that's behind you when you're talking half the time, or even further behind you if it's in the back of the boat. You get one of these little subs. This is $99 for Audio Technica. $99, and your audio will be freaking perfect. It's right here. You got this wire that connects it, and then you got your little lapel mic. Just put it on, you clip it right there. And these even come with gold connectors. Yeah. Look at that. 24 karat. No, it's actually like 14 karat or 10 karat or whatever, but gold, actually gold connectors. Yeah, and you hook that up, and even if you're facing away from the camera, wherever you're facing, and it's got the little windshield thing, you're golden. And you could hook it up to a GoPro, but I don't think I've ever seen anybody using, unless it's, professional Bassmaster or anything else that have people wired. They're so inexpensive. I mean, these might even be cheaper now. I said they have 2 channels. They have A and B, so if you're getting interference on one, you can switch it to the other. But I mean, I don't know. So I've had this. Well, this is a newer one. I had an original one, but I got a new one. And I dropped it in the water one time. Anyway, they're not supposed to be waterproof in that, and I dried it out. And the other one I had was fine. But I just bought new ones because I didn't really trust it. Hey, Lulu Amour. Amour. Or should I call you Armor, like Premier Hell? Armor. Yeah, but these are great, guys. And I said they have a little clip here. Clip this or just put in your pocket, put the lapel thing on it. Hook this up to your GoPro, or I don't know, probably even work on like a bigger camera, like a DSLR that you're using for video. Anything that can add an external mic. You could add these cool wireless mic system to it. So you can get really, really good quality. Well, I know, but that's what I said. Like, and, well, what I hate the most is they have the audio on the chesty, which is nice and loud, and then they go to the audio that's on the boat behind them, and you can't even hear. And people are just accepting this like it's the new norm. Not fishing with norm, but the new norm. I'm like, why your audio is so inconsistent? Sounds great when you're on the chesty, then you go to the other video, and it's freaking half the quality, or it's got a bunch of wind. But if you had this set up and just used this audio from the back camera the whole time, but I found a lot of people don't know how to edit when they use two different cameras and one audio. That's why I just put a video up on that on my Patreon. I'm promoting Patreon. Hello, $1 a month support, and you get like, and it's kind of cool. You get extra tutorial videos and behind the scene videos of like me and Chris and other behind the scenes. But yeah, I mean that's my thing too. I mean, bad video. That's yeah, but it's the audio, and I'm having issues with that. I mean, because I used a hack cam, and that's why I try to film in places where the wind's not such an issue. But I mean, even with the best wind shear, if it's 20, 30 mile an hour winds, you can get some wind shear. Or even too, that's the other bad thing too, is they have the camera in the back of the boat that's filming the whole time. They don't have chesty on, and it has horrible wind shear the whole time. It's just, yeah, you're right. What was that? One fish, two fish, wasn't it? One fish, no fish. One fish, no fish. Yeah, you're right. It's when the audio is bad. And I want consistent audio. I hate it when, like you said, audio's great. Oh, these take 9 volts. And and another thing with these, very important. They have newer ones and more expensive ones that are digital. These are analog. Don't get the digital ones. I know digital, yeah, it's clearer and oh yeah, but digital still drops out. And when you get the digital and it drops out, this is what you hear. Hey, hey, I did, you only get bits and pieces because it drops out. When you use the analog, even if it gets interference, it's static. It's a little bit static in that, but you can still hear the dialogue. When it's digital, that's what it does. It drops out, and so you're going, "Hey guys, welcome. I'm at and who? I mean, at least you can hear what they're saying when you hear a little bit of static on it. And usually, when you're having these on a boat or something, hey Lois, wow, it's been a long time since you've been in here. Long, I don't even know where that's been. Why I'm putting it in my mouth. Yeah. So when you get these. But yeah, you can see it in here. 9 volt. I get my batteries from the dollar store. Although they used to come in a 2-pack, now it's one for $1. Basically, that means they went up 100%. I just realized that when I went and got more. They used to come in a 2-pack, now they come in a 1-pack. But yeah, like I said, 9 volt, $100. They're probably less now. And I bought these like 4 or 5 years ago. Well, I'm telling you guys, if you want to mess around with your audio and that, and use one of these on like your second camera, I mean, if you only have the chesty and the mic's right there, that's one thing. But if you're using a 2-camera system and you want to use one audio that's really, really good when you go between both camera angles and that, these things are great. That's the kind of mom, yes. At 90, and they partied for a whole week. And see, I'm talking about really high-tech stuff, so wine this time. I went a little more, upper end. Couldn't afford cognac. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, guys, I just don't understand why I've never seen anybody using a wireless mic system to get really good quality. And it doesn't matter if you turn towards the camera, away from the camera, jump up and down, or whatever. You're gonna have really good, consistent. And the other thing is, LA said it has a lapel, but they also come with one of these, an actual mic. So if you ever want to interview somebody or do an interview, you can plug this in to the one that's on you. Yeah, there you go. That'll keep her going. Yeah, but they have this. I think this is, I don't know. Well, impedance is 90, but I think it's unidirectional. Yeah, it's unidirectional. I don't know if you guys know, but these come in uni and omni. Omnidirectional means that it's picking up sound from everywhere around it. Unidirectional means it's the sound's pretty much only coming from right here. And what you can use this for, like I said, if you're doing an interview, even if you have somebody holding the camera or whatever, and you're in some place like iCast or something like that, where they're trying to talk to people and you're hearing all the sound around it and everybody talking around it, you can do your interview with one of these and be like, yeah, and it'll muffle out everyone around you, just your voice, and then you can point it at them, and then they can talk into it, and you can do it through the cool wireless mic system, so you can have the camera kind of farther away, and most of them, I think these came with the lapel mic. And anyway, this is a Baskar. I forget. Oh, that's right. These are Audio Technica, which I think bought these from Baskar, because Baskar used to sell these. That's where I got this mic. But then Baskar wasn't selling these. And it's the same exact unit. The other one wasn't matte finish. It was shiny. But suddenly the Baskar ones disappeared, and all of a sudden the same exact one as an Audio Technica showed up. So I'm pretty sure this is the same exact thing. They just, because Baskar is still around making batteries now, but they just suddenly aren't doing the wireless mic system. And I mean, you can get totally professional ones. You can actually get some of these that have two of the senders on it. I mean, it's a receiver that goes on it, but you can get two of these with it. So if you're out with a buddy in that, anyway, usually if you had the lapel mic, you're next to them, it'll pick up them. But you can each be wired with this, and they don't interfere with each other, and you get audio from both. But yeah, that's the one thing that I can't understand why YouTubers, especially fishing ones, don't use a wireless mic system. They're spending all that money on that stupid boom mic and everything that's, like I said, on their boat 30 feet from them that you can't really hear, when they can pay just as much money for this and have just freaking really good, incredible, consistent audio. So I don't know. I don't know why YouTube people never picked up on. I guess it's like geeky to have be wired to a wireless mic. Like, it's not cool because you're much sexier with that long boom mic with the fur on it. Oh yeah, I mean, I said, but think I started using these way back in 2003. That was the first thing I did because I didn't want to be in the front of my boat and have you not be able to hear me because my camera was on my back deck and it was, 10, 12 feet from me. Because, they didn't have GoPros back then. I couldn't have a chesty on. But I would have the one back there filming me, and then I had another one set up kind of close to me. But I had the wireless, so even when it was back there and when I was facing away from it, when I was talking, you heard everything perfect. I said I still use them on my tips and tricks and some of my biology bites and that. I still use these when I'm even in here. When I'm sitting here, a lot of times I have this hooked up, so it's a lot louder, consistent, nice audio. But yeah, I said they run on just two 9 volts. And these mics and stuff, I mean, have it on and off and everything, but their power runs off the 9-volt battery that's on it, just like the lapel mic. So yeah, that's that was I mean, I told you about a lot of other cameras and stuff, but that was the one that I'm just like really want to tell people, because I'm just kind of really confused that nobody has ever picked up on using wireless mics for for creating so much better consistent audio. Don't get it. It was pretty much that, and just putting these things on your cell phone when you're going live in that, when you're filming. Oh yeah, no, I have one more thing. That's right. For people that were talking about cell phones and using them, um, this is a really cool idea. Like I said, I didn't even think of this. It was a guy at Best Buy that told me. You guys know how they have all the like Boost Mobile and the AT&T Go phone and like Sprint Mobile, you know, those no contract, pay as you go, or pay for the unlimited services. Well, they usually have really, really good phones that have really good cameras and everything in them, and they're cheap. I mean, they're probably like half the cost that they should be, because where they're making their money is the fact that you buy them, and the only thing they can be hooked up to is Boost or Sprint or AT&T or whatever. But you can buy the phone and you just don't hook it up to a service. You just use it as a camera. It's just a little annoying because when it first comes on, every time it says uh, no service available, blah, blah, blah. And then finally you can just like pass that. But you can use it to film with, you can use it as a vlog camera, you can use it as whatever, and you can hook it up. If I mean, everybody has their own phone, you can use your hotspot in that to put this thing online and download apps to it. And this one has the app to my DB Power, so I could actually have my DB Power on my porch right now, and then through the Wi-Fi be looking to see like if anybody's on my porch and that, because I put up my. But yeah, these. That's what I told the guy. I'm like, well, yeah, but I mean, yeah, they're cheap, and I can probably get one that has a really good camera and stuff, like some of the Samsungs and stuff. And I'm all, but I don't want to have two service. He goes, just don't hook it up. And I went, it was like an epiphany. Like he slapped me in the face with something. I'm all, wait, what? He goes, oh yeah, no, people do that all the time. Like they go on vacation or something, and they have like little kids or anything, and they'll buy those and put some games and stuff on them, and just have the kids, you know, use that and everything. And if they lose it or whatever, like big deal. It was like $20, $15. I mean, this one was $19.99 for this Moto, and it has actually a really good camera in it and shoots well. The audio is good on the video and everything. It was $19. I mean, and you can get a lot of, like I said, a lot of those Sony, like some of the Galaxies and some of those other ones for like 70, $80. And yeah, it's a beater phone. It's a burner phone. Yeah, I mean, if you ever want to do, you know, crime and stuff, you could probably do a call through your hot. No, that'd probably say yeah. But anyway, it's a burner phone. Not for doing crime and that, but yeah, I was like, that's what I said. I didn't even think about it. I'm all, well, I don't want to have two. I have my nice phone hooked up with my nice. He goes, no, you don't have to get the service. Just buy the phone. And every time it comes on, it says connection or please do boost, but and like no. And so I don't know. I didn't even turn this thing on in a while. I don't even know if it's still charged. Oh yeah, it's still on. Wow. I don't know. It's the one right past where the bridge is, or where the tunnel is. There's that little shopping mart, the Safeway, and that's where when you come back on, you go through the tunnel. I don't think that's Mid Valley. Maybe it's Mid Valley or before Mid Valley. Yeah, but instead of that's where you kind of go up and the Safeway and that. Yeah, no, you make a turn there. And then when you turn again, there's the entrance to it. And you go past it and make the first left. And there's houses. You drive to the end. The road keeps going, but you can pull over right there. And that first little teeny, those like 3 little bathtub and little ponds are right there. I forget the name of it though. Yeah, see, this is what you first get when you come on them. Activating, activating, activating. New software available. Obviously, those things like I don't know. No, maybe later. But see, he keeps saying, I said it's a little annoying. He's like, it's trying again, and you kind of just have to like sit there for a little bit. You're not allowed to fish there though. It's a no. You'll get kicked out. Yeah, that was the one thing he didn't tell me until we got there. Or you can hit activate on this and like self-service. Exit. Eventually this will get me to, oh, there we go. See? That's all you gotta do. You gotta go in and say activate and then just hit cancel. And you can see it right there. Maybe not. Right there. Final cam. Oh, let's see if this thing works. Where is it? I haven't used this thing in a while. But that's set up, the final cam set up for this little DB power for the Wi-Fi. Oh, there we go. Look. Oh, wow, that's too bright. You guys can't see that. Press up to return. All right, is it GoPro? Is it? Let's see if this works still. Final cam. Camera's connecting. Please wait. Bingo, baby. It still works. Look. See how cool? I mean, you can hook that up. And, you know, it's a, oh, it has me upside down. It's a 1999 camera. I mean, phone, which would usually cost, I don't know how much, probably like 150 or something like that. But yeah, you can go and take it, hook it up to your Wi-Fi and all that other kind of stuff. I could put my DB power on here if I wanted on this one. I put the Ion on it. I could put the GoPro on it. Yeah. Yeah. I proved right there it works. It's showing everything on the camera. So yeah, good deal. Let me hit it again to get off. Yeah. Look at that. Disconnect. Yeah, I was using it at Halloween. I think this is the last time I used this. During Halloween, I had it out on the porch so we could watch to see when people were coming. But yeah, that's what I said. It's a cool idea, burner phone. A lot of them now have such good cameras and everything else in them. And you don't have to pay for the service. I said that's why they give you the phone cheap. It's just like when, you know, just like your regular service ones. They offer you phones for free because then they lock you into the service for years. So they're pretty much taking a hit on the phone, giving it to you for mega cheap or free, and then they make their money off locking you in on the service. But yeah, same thing with those. And I said you can get some of the lower Galaxies and everything else. I mean, if you want a phone that, you know, you're carrying your good one, but you don't want to worry about like dropping it or anything else because it's a really good, nice. A lot of those film just as well, and you can do everything else with them. And you got it for like, I mean, this phone I'm working on, this Moto right here, Z2 Force, was $800, and I got that one for 1999. So yeah, I didn't think about it that you can use it for a phone and not have to worry about using your good phone because I always hear about people dropping them in the water. Hey, Chris, new to the stream, new to CCB, Chris, welcome. We're doing Tech Talk. Yeah, I just spent an hour and 25 minutes talking about. Well, okay, Chris is on here. Chris, hey, good. You're a prime example. Remember? This looks familiar, right? I had it right side up. Oh, Jay Jones came in. Chris bought one of these when I told him about it. How much did you get it for, Chris? It wasn't it like $50? $45, something like that. But yeah, after I told him about this. Yeah, and then and then he this thing comes with a thing. I have it on my dash to hold it. And he drilled a hole in the waterproof case so he could plug in an external wire to it. And I'm like, he's like, really? Well, I didn't look at the attachments. Shut up. But how much was it, Chris? It wasn't only like $40 or $50 or something. Where were you striper fishing, Jay Jones? $45. Yeah, see, there's proof, guys. I'm not lying to you. Rio? Oh, that's right. Are you on vacation? Yeah, see, and they also have them now. This is only 1080, but they have them in I think 2 and 4K now. The DB Power, and it's you have to go online because I don't think they sell them through stores. They strictly sell them through. But yeah, he got it. Oh, real Tomar. All right, Santa Cruz. Yeah, guys, but yeah, and he uses it. He's filmed it. He films it when he's out for his son. He captures some of his footage and that on that. But yeah, he's proof right there. Yeah, I was just showing him how it hooks up Wi-Fi. I actually have it Wi-Fi to this burner phone, a Boost phone that I got for $19.99. I don't even know what the camera specs are on this, but they're pretty good as far as video, and the audio is really good. I don't know. I should have left it on. I could have showed you some of the audio. Oh yeah, and I said that's for the. Well, that was a while ago too. Chris got it a while ago. I got it even cheaper than that. But yeah, this is the camera. Where do you get them? I said they're online. They're online only. Look up DB Power. I said they have newer ones now. No. They're eBay. Yeah, I think they're I think their store is through eBay or whatever, but they have their own online. They don't sell through anybody else. They sell them themselves. But I said they come with everything, and look. Oh wait. Parts of this are still on the floor from earlier. But look. Comes with its own waterproof case, Jay Jones. Same one. 100 feet, something like that. Comes with like a million attachments. I said one of them's still floating somewhere on my floor. This is the one I don't know if you've ever seen. Well, you were there at Pinot. I don't know if you saw my car, but I have a mount on my car on my dash for a dash cam, and I can turn around to me. That's actually the one for this, for the DB Power. I use it for. It has time lapse. It has Wi-Fi. It has. Well, I just showed that here. It has the Wi-Fi. It has the image stabilization. It has what else? Oh, it has a timer, well, it has a time lapse and a bunch of different settings. I think 0.5, 1, and 2 second or 3 second. It has image stabilization. It has a sensor on it, so you can turn on like to catch an animal in your backyard or wherever. So when there's motion, a motion sensor it turns on and records. But yeah, that's 1080 at 30. And I think it's 720 at 30 and 720 at 60. But yeah. Yeah, it's got a bigger screen than the GoPro. That's the screen. It's got the screen on the back. They said it's actually big. It's not touchscreen, but it's pretty easy to navigate through it. And it's got like soft touch. This is sort of that like sticky rubber around it. And it comes with 2 batteries right off the bat. Obviously, you can buy more batteries as an accessory. It has the waterproof case, million attachments. Yeah, yeah, you saw it. DB Power. I said this is an older one. This is only 10. They have 2K. I think they probably by this time have 4K. I mean, it's actually a little bit thicker than a GoPro. It's the same dimensions around, but it's actually a bit thicker. But it comes with its own waterproof case, so. And it's actually a little bit lighter than a GoPro, weight-wise. But it's got the Sony chip in it, I'm pretty sure. I know the Get Up has the same Sony chip as they used all the way up to, I think, the Hero 5. But I'm pretty sure this one, I think it has the Sony chip in it for the processor and the videoing. But yeah, I said they're direct. That's what makes them different. Is you have to go to, if you go to eBay, they have a site for DB Power, and you go in there, and then that's where they basically sell direct. That's where they can sell them cheaper. There's no middleman. You're buying directly from them. It's kind of like the Yi and some of the others, but I read some reviews and everything else about this one, and yeah, I've only ran it on 720. No, actually, no, I run this one on 1080 because its bit rate is a little slow, so I jumped it up to the full 1080 when I was running it. I said this thing's like 5 years old, 4 years old. I'm sure if you go on there right now, they have a lot higher ones, and they're probably still only gonna be like $60, $50. I haven't been on there in a long time. I forget how to get to the menu. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is what I thought. Way too bright. There's a resolution setting. There's a TV out setting. There's an OSD mode. There's time lapse, capture mode, cyclic record. I'll be back. I'm going to look. Has a cyclic mode. I didn't even know it had a cyclic mode. That's kind of like loop recording. That's on GoPro, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. I didn't even know this thing had that, guys. Yeah, it has a cyclic mode. 3, 5, and 10 minutes. I didn't even know it had loop recording. It's got loop recording, guys. Let's keep going. Motion detection. It's got HDR. what is? Oh, I went the wrong way. All right, let me get back in there. Okay, resolution. Let's see. Full HD, 1920, 1080. Yeah, it's 30 frames a second at 1080, and it's 60 frames a second, 720, and 30 or 60 frames. Which isn't bad. It's got the 2V out. It's got the OSD mode. Time lapse. I said it has time lapse. 1, 2, and 5. Well, you guys can't see it. Damn it. Has a time lapse. 1, 2, and 5 seconds. Which is a pretty nice setting. Let's see what's the capture modes. Oh, it's got a 3-second timer. Oh, you can set it for how long it takes to turn on or to record. 3 second, 5 second, 10 second, or instantaneously. I said it has a loop recording, which I didn't even know it had a loop recording. That's HDR, motion detection. Obviously audio on. Image size. Takes 14 megapixel stills. I think GoPro still line take 12, right? This thing actually takes 14 megabyte stills. Quality, fine, normal, economy. That's just basically bitrate. I know they say fine, normal, and economy, but that's basically telling you the bitrate. That's another thing too, guys, is usually when you get these things, always go in and check them, because usually they're set at normal. They're not set at the highest bit rate. They're usually set at economy. Well, not economy, but like fine. Sharpness. I didn't even know it had that either. I haven't said, see, most of the stuff you guys got to check when you get these cameras. It has strong, which will be clearer, sharper. It has normal, it has soft. I still haven't set it normal. I probably should have set that a while ago too. Strong. It has, you can actually auto white balance, but you can actually set it daylight, cloudy, or look, you can set it to tungsten weights. Yeah, no, tungsten is like an actual term in technology. But yeah, tungsten, you can set it to, instead of lead, you can set it to tungsten. Has you can do color, black and white, and CP on it. Has the ISO. Usually leave that stuff on auto. Has exposure adjustment. It has the obviously it has the anti-shaking, which is basically image stabilization. I can set it to French, Spanish, or Portuguese. I have it set on French because I don't know French, so it makes it a challenge. Daytime, power on and off, beep sound, TV mode. Oh, it even has screensavers. I have it off, but has rotate. I have it off, but it has on rotate, so if you turn the camera over, it's gonna flip itself to be right. Oh, it even has a completely waterproof up to 1,000 feet, unless you drill a hole in it. It has car mode, so you can actually use this as a dash cam in case you want to catch somebody hitting you. It has the Wi-Fi. What's that? Wi-Fi SSID. Google Geek Pass. I'm just actually Google Geek Pass. Yes, we're geeking out on tech here. I'm actually going over this $50 DB Power, and I use it for time lapse now, but I didn't realize it had a lot of the stuff that's in here. License, no set. Format delete version. Yeah, but I didn't know this thing had loop recording on it. I mean, because that's a lot of people use it. Every 5 minutes, it just turns off and turns back on. Or yeah, I didn't even know it had it. Fancy that! And only $45 for full 1080 or 19 or 1280 full HD. Yeah, that's sweet, guys, huh? Did you find one? I just went over everything it has in it. I was just going to say that. Yeah, Lois is on it. Did you find one? 39. Yeah, I told you these been around. Did you get the full H? I mean, I know they have upper versions of it now. I think they have a 2K one and a 4K. But it has loop recording, which I just found out. I just so three, six. I think you said 3, 6, and 9, something like that. But it has a lot of settings. And then there's this one. Yeah, there's this one too, the DB Power. So this one, it has a lot more options. This one is, I think it's 2K at 30. I think it does a 4K, but it's interpolated. But it's a 2K camera. This one was $89. It is exactly, completely. Look, here, I'll prove it to you. I will prove it to you. I will take this. Ah, I hate the way these things stick. Okay. GoPro case. Gotta take the front thing off. DB Power. GoPro case. And there you go. Proved the fact. Yeah. I said I've tested this one. Look at that, guys. Turned on. It is inside. See, right there, you can see it. Get up. It is inside the GoPro case. I am now recording me talking to you guys. Yeah. So you can see it's on. It's recording. It fits everything for the GoPro, even the external mics, everything. And obviously, I just proved it to you. Plus, it comes with its own case, but I told you it's the same exact dimensions, everything else. A little bit more. I said this is twice the money for the Get Up. DB Power. Actually, I think the DB Power runs on. I'm not sure, but I think it does run on the Sony chip too. This actually runs on the same exact chip. It has the same exact chip that's in the GoPro up to. No, I said this Get Up has the same exact chip that's in this Hero 4. And I think the Hero 5 used the same chip. I think it was Hero 6 when they changed, or maybe it's even a 7. But this little Get Up has the same exact chip and processor and everything that the GoPro uses. That's why I got this one. That's why you research things, find out about things. I don't know. There is another chip. Actually, no. I think DB Power might be using a Panasonic chip. Come to think of it, they might be using a Panasonic chip inside it to run it. But yeah, the Get Up does actually use the same. I said once. I don't know if it was a 6 or 7. They changed it. But yeah, like I said, the Get Up, it's like 100. I think this one was 89 when I got it. Now they have a new one. They have a 4K one in that, and it actually has 2 cameras if you get the package. And you can have a camera looking back and forward, and they record at the same time. Tomorrow. Yeah, but this one has. I don't know. Let me get into this one. This one has a lot of different modes. This has more options than the actual GoPro. Let me try it. Here we go. Obviously, it has your resolution setting. And it also has, wait, which one makes it move? There we go. It has loop recording. Has 2-minute loop recording, 3-minute, 5-minute, 10-minute, and off. So it has one more setting than the DB Power. DB Power only had, I think, up to 5 minutes. This has 10-minute loop recording. Oops. I keep forgetting. All right. You can set the record, the audio level, mute, low, medium, and high. I was doing on high. Daytime. It has time lapse. One frame every 200 milliseconds. 1 frame every 1 second. 1 frame every 2 seconds. 1 frame every 5 seconds. 1 frame every 10 seconds. 1 frame every 30 seconds. 1 frame every minute. 1 frame every 5 minutes. 1 frame every 10 minutes. Wow. See, the DB Power only has 3 second, I think 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, or 1 second, 3 second, 5 second. This thing has a lot of options for time lapse, all the way up to, I think, what did I say? 10 minutes, 15 minutes? Something like that. Video snapshot timer is on this thing. 5 second, 10 second, 20 second, 30 second, 60 second. Off. I obviously leave it off. It's got all kinds of settings for the white balance. Cloudy, daylight. Oh, it has one more. It has tungsten, but it also has fluorescent, blue, light blue, red, light red, custom, and back to auto. Wow, it has a lot of settings. This is using the same chip as GoPro. How come this thing has so many more settings than the GoPro? You don't have a lot of those same settings in the, at least the Hero 4 that I have has way less settings than this little thing has. Has the wipe on set. Menu button function off. You can set the EV on it. You can set the shutter speed, ISO speed, color. I have it on Vivid. You have contrast. I've never set the contrast on this thing. Contrast high, low, normal, high. I should probably actually set that a little higher. A lot of stuff, guys, you got to play around with when you get these things. See, but this thing has gyro. I don't know if you guys can see that. Gyro stabilization, which is totally different than, it's like for when you're like doing tricks and stuff, I guess, when you're going 360 and stuff. WDR, didn't even know what the hell it is. But see, the cool thing about this one, Uber chart to lake. Oh, Jessfish is on here. Oh, you were on earlier. Never mind. Yeah, see, this has the slow-mo mode. 4, 8, 9, it's 200 frames a second. No audio, but it's such a good thing. Sharpness. Why do I have sharpness? I have all these set on metering. You meter it as to where it focuses for its light balance and everything else. Its center, spot, car DVR. Good night. All right, Lois, thanks for coming in again. Sorry for geeking out here. This is like, good night. I'm done. As you can set it for what, wide angle, narrow angle, wide angle, narrow angle, narrow, wide, narrow, wide. So I think GoPro has 3 settings. This one has 2 for that. Bitrate, you can set the bitrate from low, medium, and high. Motion detection is off. Uh, Plus, it has. Does anybody know what a G sensor is? I mean. Oh, you were telling Lois good night. All right. It has a. It has a G sensor, Lois. You might want to leave right. Might not want to leave right now because it has a G sensor. I I know it that has to do with other activities, but this camera actually has a G sensor. So there's so many places you go with that, guys. All right, yeah, okay. And I said it has has a gravity sensor. I, I don't know. See, this thing has 720 at 120, 720 at 60, 720 at 30. I don't even know why they put freaking VGA. Oh, here's a VGA 240 frames a second. 2160, 16 by 9, 2160, 4 by 3, 1440, 30 frames a second. Jeez, I know. I mean, it's a it's a G sensor. It senses where the G is. It has 1080, 1260 at 30, and then 1080 at 60, 1080 at 30. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So it has up to, it's like, this is a 2K camera. But I mean, for $89, plus it has slow mo, 240 frames a second. Yeah. I know it's not what Jay Jones just went and looked up. Did you get one of these? Did you pay for it? Or did you just look at it? And this thing also, I think this thing comes with an extra battery. I have a charger for it too. I think it might have come with the charger, or about charger separate, but I have 4 batteries for it. But it has the same right there. It has the same GoPro style. Well, no, the GoPro slides in. Never mind. That's my GoPro charger. But yeah, I think it comes with the charger with the get up. I don't think I bought it extra. I think it came with it. I did buy 2 extra batteries. I came with 1 and 1 extra battery. But yeah, totally awesome. Totally awesome little under $100 freaking camera. And I said it comes with a case, comes with everything, fits all the GoPro attachments. Did you get one, Jay? I don't know. Let me go. Let me go back. I'm lost. I was telling you it was a good time. Where is he? Did you get one or no? Cool stuff. I found one for 39. Well, did you get one, Jay Jones, or did you just find one? I mean, I said you can. Chris has one. He bought one. He got it for 45, but it films really nice. Set the bit rate. It doesn't have a G sensor though. I don't know. If I ever get another girlfriend, I'm gonna have to use that camera and check out the G sensor. See if it works. I love it. It's like an infrared thing, and it just, if you point it to him, it senses where it's at or something. But I'm definitely gonna check that out. Yeah. Um, yeah. That's pretty much. Yeah. Any other questions? From the hole you drilled in the in the waterproof case. Yeah, the other good one you can get. I don't even, is Jay Jones even still on here? I haven't heard from him. But another cool one is the Ion, but the Ion you can't see it. That's what's so cool about this little thing. And I said the SJ. Let's not on the SJ Cam, but that one actually, I don't know. I've heard way too much stuff about. They didn't get the patent for it, and everybody copied them, and they're knockoffs, and they have issues. So that was one reason I wouldn't tell anybody to get an SJ Cam, because even the suppliers of them don't even sometimes know where they're coming from. But yeah, guys, it's there's I said I researched them before I bought them, especially DB Power. Like I said, I'm pretty sure DB Power has a Panasonic chip, but the Get Up has the actual Sony chip. I know it's a GoPro, but they're using a Sony chip, a Sony processor in them. Well, tell their new ones. I forget what their new ones switched to, and I don't know if it was when I went to the 5 or when I went to the 6, or if it when I went to the 7. They're using a different processor now. uh, any questions? I mean, I think we helped. I said, what? I don't know. Did Jay say he was leaving? He said it. He never said he was leaving. I don't know. He said he'd be right back, and he came back, but now he seems to be gone, or at least his fingers are broken and he can't type anymore. The fours are still good. Yeah. I said I don't know if they even do they make these anymore. I don't even know if they make there. I'm sure there's people that still got them. Well, yeah, no, the Hero 4. This is a silver, but the Hero 4 black. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that I said I see channels that are still using their Hero 4. It's still an incredible camera. It's just has to be in housing to be waterproof. But I don't think they changed much from the 4 to the 5, except it was waterproof on its own. I know the 7 is like the 6. They kind of changed it quite a bit, and I think. But usually once they start upgrading them, it's just that it's that's for 4K at 30. Now it's 4K at 60, and suddenly it's 4K at 120. So or 4K at 60 and 2K at 120. Usually there's not much of a difference in the quality. It's just suddenly you can shoot at more frames. I said that Get Up has slow mo, and they didn't have slow mo straight record until. Is there no image stabilizer in the 4? I didn't know that. Really? These didn't have. The 4 doesn't have image stabilization. I thought it did. I don't know. I use it on my. I use it on my drone, so it's on the gimbal. No, does it? I don't know. Well, I've looked at the settings on this. I mean, I know it has touchscreen. These don't have touchscreen. Actually, the new Get Up and probably the newer GoPro DB Power Nut have touchscreen. But I don't like the touchscreen on this thing. It's like it was more annoying than anything on me. Did they not have it? I thought they had to have image stabilization back then. I mean, I got this thing the same time I got this thing. This DB Power has freaking image stabilization on it. How can the Hero 4 not have? It probably doesn't have like gyro stabilization or something else, or like hyper stabilization. It has to have image stabilization. Even my Kodaks that are before this have them. This thing has image stabilization. Check it. I can't check it. I'm on my phone. But I'm pretty sure this has image stabilization. I'm pretty sure I have it turned on. I just don't think it has like the new gimbal killer stabilization that the 7 has. But no, I'm pretty sure this has it. I mean, I have one. I guess I can turn it on and try and look. If it even has a battery in it. What? Let's see if I get this thing out. I think the battery's dead in this thing. Nothing. Done ain't turning on. I think the battery's dead. Let's check the other one. I have 2. I don't know if this one's charged either though. Because I can't get it to turn on. Yeah, it's a good camera. Doesn't turn on, but other than that, it's a good camera. Battery's dead too. I guess gotta charge the batteries. No, I bet you this. It's a Hero 4. I bet you it has image stabilization on it. It's got to. If those DB powers and stuff have it. Yeah, because this is using the same chip as this. The same exact chip is in this. That's in this Get Up, and it has image stabilization and gyro stabilization, and a G spot sensor. All right, a G sensor. All right. You know where my mind's going now. Thanks, Chris. Guess I gotta charge my GoPro batteries. Hey, at least this live stream did something for me. It reminded me that both my GoPro batteries are dead. All right. Yeah, no, I guess Ash bought it the Hero 5, I think. I told him that was really all he needed. That's good enough. He got it for cheaper than he would have got a 7. I don't know. Do you, Just Fish, do you shoot at? Just Fish, do you shoot in 4K? What are you shooting? I know you're on here and you have a Hero. What are you shooting? Do you shoot in full 4K or do you shoot 2K or do you shoot in 1080? Are my comments just delayed? Or... Oh, there we go. My comments are that delayed. 1440. Well, 1440 is 2K, right? I know that they do have like something called like 2.5K or something, but 1440 is 2K, right? Yeah, that's twice. Yeah, because you go from 720 to 1280 to 1440, and then what is 4K? 20, because they always go by the lower end, not the. They don't do the 1920 by 1080. They got so it's 720, 1080, and then 1440. But there's a 12 something too. That's like 1.5K or something. And then what is actually 4K? What is the lower dimensions? Isn't it like 32? Yeah, but what is the what's the 4K setting? Because it's 32 something by something. But yeah, 14. Yeah, that's 2K. That's what this will shoot at. This one shoots at 1440 30 and then 1080 at 60. And I think it does a 4K, but it's like interpolated. It's not a true 4. But I said I'm still shooting a 720. Some of them I shoot. This one I shoot. This is 1080 when I shoot at this one. Um, the DB power when I shoot, it's 1080. Sometimes I shoot on this when I do it, it's 1080 60. Um, I have 1080 on these, but I don't know. I render them to YouTube at the 720 setting anyway. I've actually shot at 1080 on that, and then I shot at 1080 with that and took it down to 720, and I I didn't see any real difference in it. I think I also rendered one at 1080 30, and I didn't. Other than it's a bigger size file and everything else, I didn't see much of a difference as far as quality. So I'm like, I'm not gonna spend the time shooting it and rendering it. Yeah, rendering time and file size. I mean, I'm rendering my 720s at 5 megabytes a second. Oh man, after I went all that tech stuff, I forgot to do the forgot to tell you guys about the tripod. Yeah. I do MPEG 4. Sorry, I forgot to tell people about the tripod. It's by Denix. What? All right, Chris. Yeah, Denix. I don't know if you guys see that. It's upside down. People always ask me about good tripods. This is a good tripod and comes in the case with the strap. It's got the levels, it's got everything on it. Sorry, I forgot that part. Hours later in the tech episode, I get to the tripod. Yeah, no, I use well, I don't know. I can show you right here. If I hit make movie, save it to my hard drive, right there. Oh, you can't see it. No, in here I have MPEG 4, MPEG 2, and the AVC. Basically, it's an MPEG 4, but I do it as an archive, an AVC. Once I actually get into it, but yeah, I do it MPEG 4. I used to do DivX, long time ago. That's why a lot of mine people always said they were so crappy because I was file sharing them on Pirate Bay, so I want a really small file for the best sort of quality I could get because it was file sharing, so it was smaller and the quicker. But YouTube had a hard time transferring the DivX to their format, and then eventually they just stopped accepting it because I did my DivX and it just when it went to processing, it just sat there and sat there and sat there and sat there and sat there. Oh, like if you just do a straight like Instagram shot, no editing. Um, Probably. They always say it's better to edit and upload in a streamable format, but when you go in here, the MPEG 4, it's a streamable. The one I'm doing, it says right on it, streamable, but I change all the adjustments. All my adjustments when I do my video are all custom. I don't do the upper field first. I don't do it on normal. I don't do it in the memory streak setting. Um, it's in one of my videos. If you ever become a Patreon member, I show you exactly the way I go in. Even my audio, I go in and change. A lot of people just, I mean, they pick a setting, the default setting at a certain bit rate, and they're done. But I know how to manipulate all the code, so I go in and change. I go in and change everything in the background. Hey, Stingray Steve, how's it going? Sorry, you're catching us at the tail end of this one. I've already got my battery warning. Pretty much with these streams, I just kind of usually let my battery tell me when it's time. And my battery's doing good, guys. Like we're over 2 hours, 12 minutes, and it's still not showing the exclamation point yet. So, but yeah, I said if you guys ever want to, give me that $1 a month donation. I do a lot. I mean, well, he's not on here anymore, but Low Budget was on here. Yeah, I try not to go. Well, actually, no, I can't say that because Tuesday night I went for 5 hours on my live stream. I went 5 hours. That's the longest stream I ever did. I actually plugged in my other battery. Actually, no, I plugged into the wall behind me, and I talked to people enough that it charged the battery, and then I'm a smoker, so I had to finally, after 3 hours, go to the porch with it. So, and see, now it's giving me my warning. But yeah, I said on Patreon, I do a lot of that. I show you, there's a lot of like how to do one audio with multiple cameras. There's going in and doing advanced settings in the background, not just leaving all the standards when you go in to render them, because there's a lot of stuff that you can do that'll actually enhance the video. Yeah, it's patreon.com/ or /Central Coast Bass. I only have 2 patrons. Low Budget's been a patron of mine since the beginning, and I have another Scott. Actually, another Scott Hoover, something like that. But he's a Patreon. He actually signed up for the $10 month, and I'm like, wow, because I have 3 levels, but I'm not to the level of because the $10. I mean, I can actually do lives just for Patreons, not just lives for YouTube. I can do special giveaways too, but we just don't have enough people on here. I mean, there's only a couple. Hopefully, over time, it grows. But yeah, guys, there's one on there about that. I just phoned up about multiple. And then when I was talking earlier about the wireless mic and all that, how to get cleaner audio using one audio with multiple cameras, how to edit it so you don't get the hey guy, how you doing? Hey, yeah, had a good day. Well, I forgot that used to be a ventriloquist, but anyway, Yeah, how to edit without that whole sort of skipped up and delayed. And remember having video, I've been editing since 1986, guys. Way before computer editing, and I had to find out all kind of tricks then. And when I got a computer, I can go into the background of do all kinds of different stuff with MPEG ones and MPEG twos and AVIs. I know like all kinds of different audio codecs you can plug into them, and these things is with MPEG 4, it allows you to do stuff, but it doesn't allow you to manipulate actually the codec with any MPEG 4 that's behind the scenes, and it doesn't let you switch that stuff up in the audio. I mean, with MPEG and all that, I mean, you guys don't know, in AVIs, you can change out which audio codec you're using in that format, and you can use different formats within the MPEG 2. Like MPEG 2, you can use a MJPEG within it, and you can use like it's just I don't know, it's diving back in, like really diving into an actual codec. Nowadays, everybody just MPEG 4, okay. MPEG 2, okay. And they just use all default settings. They don't go in and actually have fun manipulating and playing with that stuff. But yeah, there's a lot to, and you can actually get codecs that are more expensive codecs that'll you can get in and manipulate even more. But yeah, a lot of that sort of intense sort of I don't know. I have a lot of knowledge of it, so I just kind of keep that for people that I just don't want to throw that out there because I have competitors on YouTube. if they want to pay to get my knowledge, then all right. But I mean, a lot of them just put it in and just freaking render it straight at 4K and just create huge files and obviously spend all that time to just upload that huge when like Jessfish shooting at 2K, it could be the same quality. I mean, even Casey Nastic, he has over 10 million subscribers, and he's shooting 4K and all that. He's back shooting in 10K. He just likes the look of it and the feel of it. It has a different look. It's more movie looking than the incredible cleanness of 4K. So even someone like that's that popular is going back to using just 1080 because he likes the look of it. All right, guys, I got my exclamation point, and it's been 2 hours and 17 minutes on this random Thursday, brand new tech. So I'm gonna be shutting it down, guys. But thanks a lot. I know some of you jumped kind of in the middle of it, but at least Jay Jones, I said I don't think he's on anymore, but he went in and looked, and hopefully it helped him out because he bought one of those cool little DB Power cameras. But yeah, I don't know if I've jumped up yesterday for a little bit. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna jump up tomorrow. I used to do late night Fridays. Remember, those were kind of fun. So I don't know. Maybe I'll show up tomorrow for a troll hunting game night. Maybe I'll do that on a late night Friday tomorrow. That'll be fun. But thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for I actually have 11 likes. Tomorrow, I mean, I put one up today, but that was a Biology Bites. But tomorrow, it's not in there. I'm not quite done, but there'll be a fishing show up tomorrow, a pre-recorded one, and then Saturday and Sunday I'll be somewhere fishing live. As always, those are my normal days. But hi guys, thanks a lot. Thanks for joining this random one, and maybe we'll do some fun troll hunting tomorrow. Fridays usually brings the trolls out, and they're fun to deal with. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Thanks.